Well, good morning, folks. It's January 22nd, 2026. Maybe the first walking, talking vlog post of the year. Got three things on my mind. One is the weather. Everyone likes to talk about the weather. Why don't we talk about the weather for a second? It is a balmy -3 degrees Celsius right now. A wind chill of -12 in uptown Toronto. And Toronto, like a lot of parts in North America, are bracing for a big, massive winter storm coming. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about it here. I do have to travel though on Monday morning. I have an early flight out of here, out west. So, and the worst of it is hitting here on Sunday. So, wish me luck. But I'm thinking more about people that are not used to this glorious white stuff. Like Texas and the Carolinas and where my brother lives in Virginia. They're getting a lot of snow and they're just not ready for it. They're not equipped for it. Of course they're not. And they're not supposed to get sub-zero temperatures and snow. So hope they get through it. I hope they cope. It brings to mind the famous expression that I first heard from a good friend of mine, Mr. Hurst, says, there's no such thing as bad weather, just inappropriate attire. So be warm, people, wear the appropriate attire. And that extends, well, in this part of the world, I think that should extend to cars and being equipped and having expectations on do you have to go out or not? Or if you need to shovel snow, do you really have to shovel snow? Having the car that, you know, ideally a four-wheel drive in this type of weather, and especially in cold and icy conditions, snowy conditions, winter tires, which is mandated in certain parts of Canada. Not here. Actually, this does bring something to mind that I forgot to report on. I had an Uber driver, ironically taking me from downtown Toronto to my car dealer, where I was going to be picking up my car after switching on the winter tires. This is a good coincidental story. So the Uber driver tells me that he'd just been fined by a police officer for not having the appropriate tires on his car, snow tires. And it turns out here in Toronto, there's a bylaw for car services like Uber and Lyft, and of course taxis, that they have to have the proper tires on, let's say winter tires. But this was a massive surprise to this Uber driver. I looked it up and sure enough, and I think he got fined over $200. So Uber drivers, take note. Anything else on the weather? All I can say is be warm, be safe out there, okay? Second is world economics and world politics. There's a lot going on today. Most of it is ugly and horrible, but the only way I can tolerate it, I guess, is more from the academic point of view. I'm not an academic per se in world economics and geopolitical maneuvers, but I do find it interesting. Yuval Noah Harari writes a lot about this kind of stuff, and I've absorbed some of it. And I enjoy seeing it, observing it, and understanding it from a academic point of view. So what's happening in Davos, Switzerland right now? It's the World Economic Forum. So what I read in the New York Times today was interesting. It's talk about the shift in world economic superpowers. And it was a very provocative headline in the New York Times. I'll write it here, when I post this, about America losing its leadership in world power in the economic world, and losing it to China. But what is one barrier, I think, to that actually becoming a reality is the war in Ukraine. So China still sides with Russia or doesn't blame Russia on this. And that is what's impacting the European sentiment with respect to China. If that was to go away, Europe would potentially embrace China much more than it does today and really change things globally. Our Prime Minister has announced better relations with China recently, tariffs on EVs, etc. So there is a shift going on. But there's a lot going on. There's a lot of distraction, let's say, a lot of noise. Yeah, again, the only way really for me to tolerate it, enjoy it, I guess, is to look at it academically. What's going on? How is this being orchestrated and designed by world leaders? So that's what's going on in that sphere. The third item, ending on a more cheery note, is sports and entertainment. Sports, my team, Arsenal, in English football, are doing great. So big smile on my face for Arsenal. Got a Formula One season coming up with lots of changes are coming. One new team, Cadillac. A few driver changes. Something to get excited about that's happening in a few months. I haven't started to watch Australian Open yet. Not until it gets interesting in later rounds. My wife just bought us tickets for the Blue Jays home opener. Apparently it's sold out already. So looking forward to raising a banner and having a cheer for the Blue Jays that did exceptionally well last year and lost by a small margin to the Dodgers in the World Series. So looking forward to that. The Olympics are coming up. We have a friend actually just walking by his house now. His niece is representing Canada in the ladies figure skating. And we always watch the little Olympics. My wife watches a lot. I watch a little. So that's coming up in a few weeks from Italy. So we're excited about that. The World Cup is coming up this summer in this continent. And again, my wife has diligently worked all the angles and has submitted a request for as many as 4 games, tickets for 4 games. Fingers crossed we get one. That's all we're hoping for. And hopefully we get to see Canada play. But that may involve some travels. So, but it's all sports related. Sports, we actually went skiing on Monday. A physical sporting activity. I'm still playing ultimate frisbee, intending to play tomorrow night at UCC. Oh, the NFL, of course, my favorite American sport, is not disappointing in its excitement, and we got 4 more games this weekend that I'll probably watch quite a bit of. My team, the Detroit Lions, are out. But there's lots to cheer for in terms of good sport. I can't say anything about hockey or basketball, really. Sports and entertainment. 2 things, I guess. 3 things. No, 2 things. Music and movies. So, movies is, they announced the nominations for the Academy Awards this morning. I always track that, and I'm very interested in seeing movies and performances that are nominated for awards. So I'll be reviewing that and filling in the gaps of what I've been viewing to catch a few more movies. What did I see recently? Anyway, Formula One. F1, a very controversial movie actually. Not for everybody. I enjoyed it. It will be nominated for some technical awards. One battle after another is a movie that's nominated. It's going to be nominated for a lot of awards. I've seen it and I thought it was wonderful. So I'll be cheering for that one. So that's movies. I did do a catch up on my blog recently about movies. So I'll put a link down here somewhere. And then lastly, music. I did create my best of 2025, 20 songs that got my attention, I enjoyed listening to. So I'll post a link down here. Always like making that list. It's a bit challenging. You know, I thought perhaps I'd be a little short of 20 tracks, but I found 20 in the end. In some last minute entries. Oh, we have a dog train coming. It's what's going on here? Let's let these doggies go by, shall we? You got your hands full. Yeah. Good luck, man.
Thank you. Let's go, Nacho.
I'm almost home. Got lots of work to do when I get home. So last thing, so my best of 2025. Hopefully you share a few things on that list that I enjoyed. Hopefully you find some new music. A lot of new artists I'm finding along the way. You're welcome. No worries. No rush. Enjoy the walk, ladies. So last thing to close with is I bought Brandy Carlisle tickets just yesterday. She's playing here in a few weeks. It's a big arena. I really don't like to see shows, music, concerts in big arenas. But I've really enjoyed listening to Brandy Carlisle ever since I first heard her, actually. And I don't know if I can officially say she was on the bucket list, but I'm really looking forward to the show in a few weeks. So my wife and I are going, so I'll report on that later. I'm happy actually I have the new iPhone 17 Pro to record a little bit. I'm not going to record a lot, but also get photos of the concert using my iPhone, but with that 8x zoom or even 4x zoom really helps capture a concert experience. So that's good. So that's all for now. Hopefully you've enjoyed a little walking and talking on 3 major topics in my head today, in terms of the weather and economics and sports and entertainment. So thanks for watching, as always. Signing off, and be healthy, be safe, people. Until another day, see ya.